Greetings, Judah. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey guys, this is, well, we'll see what Yah has to say about this. But you know why I love Yah? One of the many reasons why I love Yah. One of the many reasons that I love Yah is because Yah is never going to allow his messengers to be made out to be liars. I'm talking about the messengers who seek after his heart. I'm not talking about them wicked ass devil in these synagogues and mosques and temples and church houses, etc., camps included. No, I'm talking about men who are after Yah's own heart. Yah will never, ever forsake these men. He will never leave these men, abandoned. And let me tell you what I'm talking about specifically here. Now, many of you guys have heard some teachings over the last couple of days. Me teaching about the Asians and how that these people have exploited our people for decades, if not for centuries. And many people out there, so-called Christians, I might add, pushing back. Now, you Asian dogs, I don't expect anything different from you. But many so-called Christians out there, pushing back. Oh, I'm going to kill you. Oh, I'm going to do this to you. I'm not exaggerating, I might add. I'm going to do all these things to you, DFG. They ain't going to do shit, but anyway, you know how that works. But as I bring this particular truth, a message forward, I want you, Judah. I don't give a damn about those heathens and Gentiles. I want you, Judah, to understand that these things that are going on right now, this lie that's being promoted out there that we're attacking Asians and somehow another that Asians are now at risk and this wicked ass country needs to come up with legislation to protect those Asians from us, Judah, Israel. I just want you to know that these things were foretold, not the legislation from the governments. There's a legislation coming from Yah. You heard what I said? And I'm talking about in the book. And everybody, well, you're talking about Gog and Magog. No. No, I'm not talking about that, even though that's in the book. See, Yah has a way of pinpointing things, bringing about a certain amount of clarity of thought and understanding. Opening the eyes, as he said. Those who have eyes to see may see, and those who have ears to hear may hear. See, Yah has a way of revealing the truth. And in that truth, Yah will bring forward his judgment. And he will use the messengers. He will use those men who love him to see exactly the cunning ways and the subtle ways of the devil and the devil's seed. He is very creative in that way. This is why he is the Elohim of all Elohims. This is why there's only one Yahuwah. Only one. All the others are counterfeit, fakes, frauds, manipulating, deceiving sheep's and wolves' clothing. And all of those, including some of you who follow these devils, are just as wicked, evil, and self-deceived. Because when you start pushing back on what thus said Yah, and you don't have precepts to back it up, then that makes you to be a fool. Our book tells us that a wise man surrounds himself with wise counsel, and that only a fool argues with a fool. In other words, he said it's a foolish man who takes counsel amongst fools, because a man with wisdom may come up upon the fool talking to the man of wisdom and not understand which of these two are the fool by the nature of the conversation that's going on. Therefore, men and women of Judah, don't even waste your time trying to argue with idiots who want to tell you Yah loves everybody and the Asians are your friend, and that's hate that you're preaching or teaching. Well, if it's hate that I'm preaching and teaching, I want you to tell me what this is that I'm about to read to you. Praise Yah. Now let's take this to the book. As the old saying, let's take this to the threshing floor. Right? Right where the blood, right where they slaughter the animal and the blood gets drained. Let's take this right down there to the threshing floor. Praise Yah. Let's go to the book of 4th Ezra. E-Z-R-A. The book. By now, if you don't have one, you can afford to have one, you just didn't want one, and stop making up excuses. You don't love the word. You like hearing, you're here just to visit for conversation purposes. Now, many of y'all, now a few of you guys, I realize that you couldn't get the book. Your book is still on order. But many of you have the resources, and the book now is available. $110. You can go back now to Amazon. Will you purchase it now so that you can be informed and so you can have the information that Yah is bringing forth in these last and evil days? But let's go. I'm going to take you to 4 Ezra. We're going to read at verse 16. Okay? Watch what it says about these wicked ass Asians that are here in Babylon. Look what it says. Woe unto you, Babel, and Asia. Wait a minute now. Did it say Gog? Or did it say Magog? Or the Amalekites? Or the Amorites? No, it says, woe unto you, Babel. In other words, your asses are in trouble. Woe unto you, Babel, and Asia. Okay, let me help you out here. Since you think DFG is making this up, let me help you out right here. Get in here. Can you see that? Woe. Can you see that? Look at 16. Woe be unto you, Asia. Woe be unto you, Babel, and what does it say right here? Come on, you can read. A-S-I. Right there on my face. A-S-I-A. Asia. See, y'all knew what they would do. Y'all knew they would come into this land and exploit the people. Take advantage of the people. They'd have the audacity to talk evil about the people amongst their own kind. Take out of the resources from the people and put nothing back into the communities outside. Come on in, would you like some more? See, y'all knew that they would be ungrateful devils. Many of them. And again, I only want to qualify this just because it is the truth. There is always a stranger amongst our enemies who are friends with Israel and Judah because they have seen the light, they accept the truth, and they understand that the way of Yah goes through his people. If you bless Israel, Yah will bless you. In essence, they are going to come humbly before the people and integrate themselves amongst the people as servants and encouragers and investors within the people. I'm not talking about resources necessarily, but resources, yes, I am. But in other words, they're going to say, no, we're going to build with them. And we're going to stand with them come no matter what. But that's not what the majority I'm going to do. So let's go back. Let's see what else we have to say about these Asians. All right, somebody asked me, are you talking about, one specific part of Asia? I don't know, you're going to have to take that up with Yah in the resurrection. He says Asia. So if you're a part of the Asia continent, then he's talking about your ass and your ancestors. Woe be unto you, Babel and Asia. Explanation point. Woe be unto you, Egypt and Aram, which is the Middle East. Gird up yourselves with cloth of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. See, your time is now. This lunatic that went in there and killed up these Asian women in that Masos, that is the beginning of your sorrows. You have no idea what's coming to you next. Why? Because Yah is judging y'all asses. And people of Elohim, it's time for you to step back and get out of the way. When Yah judged the first earth world, Noah and his family got the hell out of the way. They got in the ark, Y'all shut the door. They kept their goddamn mouths shut. They wasn't in there bewailing what was going on to the heathens who could have come in, the strangers who could have come in, but refused to come in. Just made mockery out of Elohim and the people of Elohim. The book says that Noah preached for 120 years and them devils didn't listen. Why are you trying to convince them with, Yah loves everybody and we can't be like them? Silly, childish logic. You think like an infant. Like Paul said, you think like a child when it is time to think like adults. It's called self-preservation. We are the reserve of Elohim, and we are the light of mankind, so that Yah may show their wickedness by their hatred towards us, his people. Praise Yah. And he goes on to say, a sword is set up on you, Asia and Israel. And who's going to turn that sword back? He said, a fire is set up on you. And who's going to put that fire out? He goes on and said that plagues. You know what plagues are? Plagues are diseases. He said diseases are going to come upon you. And he said, you know why these diseases are going to come? This plague is going to come? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. He said because he's sending it. And I know many people saying, well, it was made by man. It was made in the laboratories. Look, it could have been made by man because Yah could have given man the ability to create it. But that does not mean it didn't come from Yah. Yeah, they may have conspired in their laboratories. Who knows how they concocted this wickedness that they tried to use on the people of Elohim. We are the target. That demon seed Biden and that demon whore Harris together collectively have pushing. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't noticed, all you so-called sisters out here, do you realize now that your president now is not identifying with herself as being a black woman anymore? Except on rare occasion when she come around your black asses. You notice now she's an Asian. Yes, Kamala now identifies with her Asian heritage. No wonder you were all seduced because you had your mind set upon a man instead of your mind set upon Yah. Fucking fool. And I said it just like I meant it. You ought to repent. Oh no, some of you are going to get in your feelings and you're going to just kind of, come back and accuse me of taking the word out of context. Well, then you get the book. You go to Ezra for Ezra. You go to chapter 16, and I want you to read it for yourself, and I want you to come back, and I want you to do a message to all of us to explain what I'm reading to you right now. Your own interpretation of it. Because obviously, if it says anything other than what we're bringing forth, what I'm bringing forth right now, that is a doctrine. You are a liar. You are a liar. This is the word. And if you call yourself a believer, even a believer who's learning and trying to grow in the truth, and you're gonna judge Yah's word, you are already condemning yourself. You are already become a reprobate. And you're gonna be judged for every stupid word that comes out your dumb ass mouth. So you had better be very careful what you're saying and what you're thinking, I might add. You had better be very careful. What the scripture says, a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So many of you know, well, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I don't agree with the word. Yah hears that, just so you know. And he's gonna replay that for you at judgment, if not sooner. And you're gonna hear your thoughts as though you were speaking out loud. And many are gonna be weeping and crying and howling and saying, no, please, don't, I stand accused, but I'm not guilty. Y'all said, well, you thought it in your heart. The word came forward to you, but you rejected the word because you love man. You love the ways of this world more than the ways of Elohim. You rejected the truth when it was only the truth that could set you free. But you chose to stay in bondage by believing a lie generated by the world, that somehow your enemies have now become your friend because you need a friend so goddamn bad. My friend, this is one time I'll tell you, maybe you should have got a dog. If you need a friend so damn bad that you're going to line yourself up with the enemy, you should have got a dog. You should have went to the pet shop, or you should have went on one of these corners and got you a stray dog. You'd have been better off. Praise God. Your ass would have been better off. But the truth is here. The truth is here to set you free. You had better make the decision on what you're going to do. Let's go on. He said a fire is going to be set among you Asians, you Africans, you Arabs, you Europeans. That's who Babel is. The ones here and abroad, including them devils over there in Israel, pretending to be us. I don't know how they're getting away with that masquerade. But they're getting away. Well, I know how to get away because these lying preachers and teachers and educators have deceived the people, have socially engineered the people from the time they were that big to believe that these people are the people of Yah. Yet Revelation 2 and 9, 4 and 3 and 9 tells you that they're nothing but marauders, masquerading to be something that they're not. In other words, it said they are nothing but devils. And they are. Look at their behavior. Look how wicked they are. Look how they will lie and connive and manipulate and conjugate all and make up the talking when they know that the so-called black people in America has not done anything to them on any kind of global scale or national scale. You're going to take one little outlier here or there and you're going to make them the face of all of the people of Judah. You're a liar. The truth is not in you, you Asian devil liar, you. And you coons who are under the Judas Iscariot coons who are among us, you're a dirty, rotten liar too. You should know better. Oh, you know, blacks commit way more crimes against Asians than Asians against blacks. It's a crime when you rob the community of their resources. It's a crime when you take and don't give back. It's a crime when someone sows in you and they don't get the chance to reap from you. That's criminal. It's a crime when you call evil good and good evil. Asians, come on, let's come on forward with it. Come on, just tell the truth. Come on, as I was saying, tell the truth and shame your father, the devil. You got it in you. Just tell it publicly. We hate those niggas. But we like to be quiet and kept alone to ourselves until it comes down to scavenging our communities, robbing our communities, taking resources out of our communities and putting nothing back in. Then all of a sudden you love us. And then you go move amongst your other cousins and your brothers, the same ones who slaughtered some of your people just last week down in Atlanta. You love them. But you have the audacity to call out hatred or targeting us as somehow or another haters of your kind. And then you get these Sambo, Uncle Tom mammies who come right out and push that lie. Preaching that same foolishness. We're just all together people of color. The Asians have never seen themselves as people of color when it comes down to identifying with you, Judah and Israel. Never until this very time. You know why this is happening? Because the book is coming into fruition. These are the last days. So they know it. They feel it in their bodies. So now all of a sudden, there's a little small group of us saying, well, let's just kind of manipulate it, align ourselves with them, pretend that we're with them, but at the same time, make sure we push this wicked government to come up with legislation so that we can make sure that we continue to destroy their families, those very families who support your families economically, to make sure this government destroy their families and get their men incarcerated, accused of lying hate crimes. Yet, when this white devil killed 8 of your kind, to this minute they haven't accused him of a hate crime. Oh, he had a sex addiction. Are you kidding me? That's the best they can come up, and you accept it, because we don't hear nothing from your wicked Asian asses publicly talking about bullshit. It's a hate crime. White people hate us. White people need to be held accountable for this. We need to get laws on the book that says if a white man harms one of us, that his ass is considered a terrorist. But you're not going to say that. You're not going to say anything like that. Why? Because you're a part of them. You have conspired with them against the people of Elohim. And now Elohim said, I'm calling your asses out. Now, I'm not calling you out. He's using us to call you out. He's carving, like a knife. He's carving your asses out. And everything that I'm going to read is going to happen to him. Judah, just step back, fold your arms, and just watch. But you had better come from among them while you're watching. You better watch from a distance. Let me go on. He said, the plagues are sent unto you, Asia, unto you, Babel, unto you, Africa, unto you, Middle Easterners. May any man drive, praise Yah. May any man drive away may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? This is the question he's asking. Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? Question. May one turn again the arrow that is shot from a strong archer? Yahuwah sends the plagues, and it is he that can drive them away. Or is it he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his anger. And who is he that may quench it? In other words, how you going to turn Yah back? How you going to turn him back? With all your fancy laws and your fancy programs and your fancy legislation, with your resources, your economic power, that's how you think you're going to do it? Well, Yah says it's impossible. He doesn't want your shit. Use that shit to drown. You're going to drown in your own shit is what Yah says. Your own dung. Oh, you don't believe me? Let's keep on reading. A fire shall go forth from his wrath. And who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings. And who shall not fear? He shall thunder. And who shall not be afraid? In other words, he's going to make it loud. He's going to make it clear. He's going to use his men. He's going to use his women. He's going to use nature. And he's going to set the record straight. Those crooked roads, your crooked ass, he said he's going to make it straight now. All that cunning and hatred and bitterness and bigotry. That talk, you talk about when you get in your little Asian homes and your Asian communities when nobody's around and you get this nigger this and you nigger that, you black this, and you tell your children they better not have no dealings with them kind. You know those conversations. Yes, Asians, I'm talking about you. Yes, Esau, I'm talking to you. Ahab, if you Arabs, I'm talking about you. And yes, you Africans, I am talking about you because Yah is talking about you. So if you want to get pissy about it, get pissy with Yah. Don't take it out on the prophet. I'm just a messenger. And Yahuwah shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. He said he's going to grind your asses to powder when he's finished with you. You threaten his people. He said, you're going to tear your, he said, I'm going to rip your guts out of you. He said, I'm going to disembowel you and slit your throat. Ask the Masons. They know about that shit. He said, the earth quakes and the fountains thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fish thereof also before Yahuwah. And before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bends the bow. His arrows that he shoots are sharp, and he shall not miss. In other words, he says, he sees what your asses have been doing to his people. And you guys had better repent. I'm telling you right now, some of you guys are listening to this, and I know you are just going crazy right now. You're about to lose your damn Asian minds. I know you are just freaking out. But I'm telling you, you better calm your ass down. You better pull yourself together. Quick. Because you don't realize who you're fighting. You can't get out of this shit with your money. You can't get out of this shit with your bias. You can't get out of this shit by seeking white supremacy approval. No, 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 no. He sees you and he's going to come and take your asses out for the very reason that I have said to you time and time again. You chose the way of Balaam. You lined up with the enemies of the people of Yah, and now Yah is going to judge your ass just as he judged Balaam. And you know how he judged Balaam? He killed his wicked Judite ass. Yes, his Judite ass. And some of you Judites who want to be like Balaam and you want to line yourself up with the enemies of the people, he's going to destroy your wicked ass right along with the enemies. Just letting you know. So you had better come into your right mind. You had better get this book. You better sit down. You better break this book down. You better start studying. I'm just telling you. You do whatever the hell you want to do. But I'm telling you that this book is the truth. This was written long before this shit started happening a few weeks ago, where they started targeting us with these goddamn agents talking about somehow or another we are the ones who are victimizing them. But then y'all take one of Esau and have Esau go and slaughter them, and these damn agents still won't step back and say, oh, in this hate crime shit that y'all were trying to do against these so-called black people, because wait a minute, a woman getting pushed down and an old man getting knocked upside the damn head ain't the same thing as a man walking into a massage parlor shooting elderly women in the head. Oh, you didn't know that, huh? Did you know that all of the Asian women that this devil shot in the head were over 40? Most of them were 50, 60. One was 70 years old. Old ass women he murdered. And you Asians, you got nothing to say about that? Really? And all of you Judas Iscariot who want to line yourself up with the enemy, you don't have nothing to say about that. Oh, you can come up with, well, the real data says it's 100 to 1. That's the best you got. That we attacked them. What data you getting that? Where you getting that data from? Oh, I know, FBI crime statistics, right? You went to the FBI crime statistics, right? And you believe them. The same FBI that lied on Dr. King, the same FBI that sabotaged the Panthers countering pro, the same FBI who was ran by the homosexual Morphodite sissy J. Edgar Hoover, who hated your black asses with a passion. That FBI, their stats, that's what you're using? Those liars, manipulators, con artists, false evidence, blood-pushing demons? That's where you're getting your facts from? And you're going to take those facts over these facts? My brothers and sisters, that ought not be. My brothers and sisters, that ought not be. I'm going to say it for the third time. My brothers and sisters, that ought not be. You're starting to show your ignorance now. You are really showing your ignorance. So you're going to take the man of the word of a wicked organization that was set in place to torment and to destroy our communities. For now almost 100 years, you're going to take their word over the word of Yah that has been written for thousands of years. As a warning, as a map, as a guide to protect us in these last and evil days. And you think there's something just about that. Just ask him. Just ask him. Verse 14. Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bends the bow. His arrows that he shoots are sharp, and he shall not miss when they begin to shoot, or when he begins to shoot them into the ends of the world. Brothers and sisters, this thing is about to end. We're coming to the end. And I know many of you say, oh, no, you're exaggerating. And I know some of you are having people telling you that. Look, I am telling you, the book says when these things start to happen, we're near the end. Everything I'm talking about right now, we see these things happening. Including the Asians lined up with our enemies now, coming after the very people who have always been their friends. And let me say this why Yah put this thought into my mind. For the person who sent that data, I don't have no issue with you in terms of who you are. I don't know you. I have an issue with what your rationalization is. You say 100 to 1 blacks commit crimes against Asians. Will you admit how many blacks have died on the behalf of fighting for Asians? Can you give me that data? Can you give me the data of how many blacks have put their lives and lost their lives fighting to liberate Asians? I want you to get that data for me. And I want you to get the data of how many Asians put their asses on the line here in America, fighting in the Civil War, fighting in the Civil Rights Movement to protect the lives of our people. And now let's do that compare and contrast. Since you're comparing and contrasting, talking about that 100 to 1, we're violent towards them. Now I want you to do the same thing and show me how many of our people have died to protect them. Vietnam, World War I, all these other wars, Korean War, all these wars where our uncles, fathers, brothers have fought and died and wounded and injured for them. Since you're keeping score, how many of us, our people, have died for them versus how many of their people have put their lives on the line for us? Can we see that data? So put that data in the comments, okay? That'll be the honorable thing for you to do. Put that data in the comments. Because I'm sure you know that, somebody attacking somebody is not the same thing as somebody dying to defend somebody. I'm sure you know there's a big difference there. Go down to the Vietnam Memorial and see how many black soldiers are on that wall. Do your own stats and find out how many black men died in Vietnam. As a matter of fact, proportionally more black men died in Vietnam than any other ethnic group. And then after blacks, it's the Puerto Ricans, the other ones who are being targeted by these wicked race soldiers, devil, and this wicked government by trying to say that plague that y'all put out there for them Asians and for Arabs and for them Africans. Because think about it, the Ebola, all this shit. Africa, Middle East, right? You got Asia, right? And you got Europe and all of her nations. Aren't they getting their asses worn out, including Australia? Because see, y'all put that plague out there. And y'all say, he's not taking it back. So you think this is just a coincidence? No such thing, my friend. There is no such thing. This is not coincidence. This is judgment according to the book. Why do you think they hid this book? Why do you think they didn't want us reading this book in the so-called 21st century? Because they knew that once some of us got our hands on this book, we would tell. We would rat them out. We would expose them for who they are. They knew it. And many of you brothers and sisters that are in the hearing of my voice who are watching this video, following along with me in our cipher, tell me that Yah hasn't been with you since you were a child preparing you for this moment. Tell me he hasn't been with you, telling you as a child that you would be here at the end of time and that he had a plan and a purpose for you. Not that you would be perfect. That he would still use your imperfect, sometimes wretched ass, but he knew your heart for him was pure. Tell me that I'm the only one that's happened to. I know I'm not. And you know I'm not. I'm talking about, the elect out there. Y'all know. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all was putting his word in you as a kid, bring you through all these religions. I did I danced around with the Catholic religion. I danced with the Pentecostal religion. I danced some more with the Baptist religion. I danced some more with the non-denomination religion. I danced some more with the Gnostic. I'm not sure. I did all of that shit. But I knew deep in my heart that what I was searching for was real, and I wasn't going to find it in no damn religion. And nor did I find it there. It was only when I walked away that Yah was able to clear my. When I walked away, Yah was able to open the path and clear my way to Him. And many of you, I know you have that same testimony, and many, many more. But I know you have that same testimony. Leave in the comments. Just say amen. That's all you got to say. Say amen. If I see you say amen, then I know. I wasn't the only one. Let's go on. He says, verse 16, like an arrow. Sorry, 15. He says, behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. In other words, till this whole earth is under the plague. Can I get a witness? He says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. Y'all said this is not going to end. See, a lot of you saying, well, man, I can't wait for things to get in. If I go get my shot, if I go social distance, and, you know, and I get my card and all that stuff, then things get, that's what that devil Fusi is talking about. They lie. Gates. They are liars. They are lying. They know they're lying. That's why they want to shut us down. That's why whenever we say something about it, they want to take and block us out, or they want to take and cancel us out, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Block the messages, block the because they know. If they had nothing to fear, if they thought this was just, like many of you say, just idle talk and foolishness, silliness, then why would they give a damn about what we're saying? Nobody gives a damn about a clown talking shit, talking about something that they know is ridiculous. They don't care about it. Yeah, get out of here with that silly. Yeah, whatever. But see, when that truth comes, like the saying goes, first they hate you, and then they think you're crazy, or they tell you that they try to pretend that you're crazy. But then he says, then all of a sudden, the world starts to change. See, we're at that changing. Right now, there's a hatred, and I'm sure they think many of you are crazy. But y'all, see, when y'all bring forward this judgment on them, that's when many are going to come running. That's why y'all say, if you're in the mountain, don't come out. If you're in the field, don't come. He said, just wherever you are, stay where you are. Don't come. Don't let them go. Don't you go with them. Because he says when this end comes, it's going to be like nothing that they could have ever imagined. Oh, yeah, they think it's about to come back together. But you know what? Isn't that what Yeshua said? He said, when they cry out, peace and safety. Everything is calm. That, you know, the Antichrist has brought peace on earth. See, the beast and the Antichrist are working together, and they've solved the problem of the world. That's in Revelations, I might add. That's what he said. But they're going to be 7 years, 3.5 years of turmoil, and then 7 years of peace. It's in the book. See, that's what they're going to tell you. Oh, it's going to get back to normal. Everything's going to be all right. Don't worry about that. They talking crazy. Ignore them. Forget that. And y'all say, when they say peace and safety, when everything is back to normal, he says sudden destruction is going to come on their asses. Brothers and sisters, that's the book. He said when they cry peace and safety, in other words, when they think everything is back to normal, see, I told you we were going to get through it. Everybody got their shots, and everybody has gotten their ID cards, and now everybody is, you know, is ready to go. You know, what did Biden say? 100 million checks and 100 million shots. Oh, now we've already done that by May 1st, and we want every adult to get it by May 1st. Guess what happens? I'm not talking about May 1st. I'm talking about when they so-called think this stuff is gone. Yah said it is going to come raining down on their head. Fire and brimstone, hail, the size of boulders falling from the sky, crushing their eyes. He said many of them going to want to die and wish they were dead, but they cannot die. Because he's going to torment them. They're going to lose all of their things. Their children, their little beautiful, little precious, little, you know, I don't want to get descriptive. I can, but it doesn't really matter because they come in many brown hair, blonde hair, brunette hair, yellow hair, all kind of hair, and brown eyes and green eyes and gray eyes and hazel eyes and blue eyes and every other kind of eye. Y'all going to get their wicked asses. And why again? You know, this is the most amazing thing about this, my sisters and my brothers. And all of you out there who hate Yah. This is the most, you know why Yah is going to get your asses? You know why all this is going to befall you and your children? And all these things that you love, all your property, all your material things, your big bank accounts, your big yachts, your several homes all over the country, all over the world, or your islands that are here, there, those beautiful beaches that you go to on spring break, and these big old groves you call colleges where they promote atheism and lies, and all of your little social clubs, and all you ladies clubs, and all of you, Eastern Star and Masons, all of that shit. Y'all gonna destroy it all. And you're gonna cry like little girls, like little sissies, you men. And you're grown-ass women. Same thing to you. You're gonna be crying like little babies because you lost all of your lively savings, your life savings, and all of these wonderful things that you had. Y'all see, gonna rip that shit out of your hands. And you're gonna be walking around like a dirty, raggedy, straight mange dog. Then he's gonna wipe your asses out. And why? Why? I know you thought that, yeah, he went way in there and he forgot. No, I did not. The Rahuka's not going to let me forget. Why is Yah judging you? See, you could have got out of this. Esau, Canaanites, Hammonites, Amalekites, Asians. You could have got out of this. This didn't have to happen to you. But you have chosen this way. Why? Because you hate the people of Yah. Think about that. You need to get you. You can't. Because even right now, some of you are just cringing. You like, oh, I can't stand that nigga. I know this is what you're saying. Y'all kill that nigga. Well, you ain't saying Yah. God, kill that nigga. Jesus, white Jesus, kill that nigga. Buddha, kill that nigga. Krishna, kill that nigga. Hindu gods, come down, all 20 million of your rotten asses. Come down and kill that nigga. Muhammad, go get that nigga. I know what you're thinking. Allah, kill that nigga. That ain't gonna help. Sorry, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help you. Y'all said you could kill me, but he gonna raise up millions behind me. He said he'll raise up rocks to cry out. That's not going to get it for you. I'm sorry. All because you hated the righteous amongst the earth, the people of Elohim. All you had to do was stop your wickedness towards the people of Yah. That's all you had to do. You could have said, no, we're not going to hate them. We're not going to go against them. We're not going to exploit them. We're not going to conjure up evil laws that harm and tear down their families. We're not going to put fentanyl, Asia, into their communities. Heroin, Asia, into their communities. Opium, Asia, into their communities. Pharmaceutical drugs, psychiatric drugs. We're not going to do any of it. No, but you couldn't help yourself. You needed to destroy the most beautiful thing y'all ever created. The people that Yah said was the apple of his eye. And you were jealous and envious, but you tried to make, oh, how could I be jealous? What one of them called me? A black nigga monkey? Something else he called me. A whole bunch of stuff. Now you think about it. He went way, way, way deep. Let me get up closer. He went way, way, way deep to go in on DFG. Yep. He saw nothing but a monkey and a nigga and a coon and an ugly gorilla. That's what he saw. That's what he saw. And I'm glad that's what he saw. Because you know what that tells me? That nigga is blind. He does not have eyes to see. She does not have ears to hear. Them niggas blind. There's a bunch of things you can say, but you don't see anything around here looking anything like the descriptions I just gave you. Even I know that. But see, that's the bitterness and the hatred that's in your heart, you Asian devil. You Arab devils. You Eastern or you European devils, you Asian devils, you African devils, you South American devils. See, that's that you American devils, North and South. See, that's that evil in your wicked ass. And you can't get it out. You can't shit it out. You can't piss it out. You can't think it out. You can't walk it out. You can't clean it out. because it's rooted in your DNA. You know, that devil DNA, that wicked seed. The Neanderthal seed, you know, from the Caucasus Mountains and other, you know, when y'all mixed with them Asians and y'all started creating these things that look like humans but not, including your Nephilim cousins. See, you can't break that. You can't break it. You don't desire to break it. And that's your problem. Therefore, you're shit out of luck. You are shit out of luck. And if I'm wrong, ball's in your court. Prove me wrong. If I'm wrong about your hatred to the people of Elohim, that every time the people of Elohim come forward, you got to either marginalize them by saying everybody else is included, all color people, or you got to marginalize them and call them a bunch of beggars, a bunch of lazy slobs, a bunch of criminal-minded heathens, when your people are the biggest heathens on the planet. Your people rape their own children. They sell your children into sex slaves. You sell your daughters for pieces of shit, and you know you do it. All you Asians in your Asian country, your daughters are whores, and you know they're whores. Many of these Europeans go to your countries and they fuck your daughters. And you know it. And you allow it. Because, you know, we the family's poor and we got to, we don't really want to do it, but the family, you're a damn lie. That's your cover story. Your greed causes you to sell your own children to the dogs. Now, y'all gave me that one because that was not in my mind. Deal with that reality. Prove it wrong. You give a man $100 and send him to one of your countries around there and see what comes back to him. Including some of you in these Caribbeans, like the Dominican and some of your areas too. And you know it. Isn't that where Cardi B from, them little wicked whores? Pushing this dogma out here on the people. A whore preaching whoredom. From the islands. Oh yeah. You too. Oh yeah. Come on, let's get on back in the book. And then verse 17 says, woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? That's what you're going to say. Oh, help me, please, please, somebody come to help me, help. Y'all say, I'm not going to hear you. He said, when you seek me, you shall not find me. He said, when you cry out to me, I am not going to hear your voice. He said, I'm going to turn my head and look the other way. Because you had your opportunity. See, this message, again, is your opportunity. You're not going to take it. I know it. And Judah, for the record, you that seem to have a hard time with this message, I'm telling you, you're putting your soul in danger of hellfire by aligning yourself up with these people. This ain't got nothing to do with your ability to love any damn body. How about just loving your own kind and letting that be enough for you? Because heaven knows we need the love. If there was ever a nation of people who did not seem to love one another, it's us. Why don't you just take that love and bring it on in? How about you just come in and just hug it out? You know, there's a new Cadillac commercial just came out. I heard it earlier today. Check out Instagram. And it's a commercial with a black woman's voice talking about, the women ruling the world, the black women ruling the world, and black women being the independent black women. Never mentioned the black man. Never in that commercial says anything about black men as though black men do not even exist. Yet they don't think. But let me tell you something, you dumbasses. Talk to you females, you dumbasses who think that way. Tatiana Jefferson. This woman got killed in her own damn house. Breonna Taylor. This woman got killed in her own damn house in her bed with her man with no clothes on. Sandra Bland, this woman got hung in a damn jail cell. They claim she hung herself. I can go on. And all the other women that they raped, killed, and slaughtered through the 18th, 19th centuries right here in America. And you think that these people love you. You think that they really love you because they want to have sex with you. Everything about them when it comes down to you is sex, sex, sex. No, they don't just want sex. They're marrying us too. Yeah, sex. They're marrying your ass for sex. Oh, and by the way, to try to eliminate your race by mixing the devil's seed into your seed. Oh, you are a sex object to these beasts. And when your men are gone, they are going to turn on your asses and there's going to be no one to protect you. Go back and read the book of Isaiah chapter 3 verse 4. Matter, go read verse 4, book of Isaiah, go to chapter 4 verse 1. Go read it. You're going to be looking for a black man, the same one that you despise, the same one that you're going to betray to go out to the enemy because you think the enemy loves you and you don't need your men. The book has already prophesied what's going to happen to your wicked asses. I'm talking to you sisters who are not coming into your right mind, getting into the word, coming home, working within your community, loving your man, loving your sons, building with your families, and humbling your high-minded, haughty ass heads. Humbling yourselves. But no, you're going to get in, you're going to let them exploit us even to the hundredfold. You're going to put on shows that show your whores, like the Grammy Awards. That's what you're going to do. And then you're going to top that by coming up here and supporting programs of success that leave your man out the equation. As though when your man is gone, these men who slaughtered your sisters, again, Atiana Jefferson, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, and these are the three that are most popular. There are many of our sisters who were shot down, slaughtered, incarcerated, and having raped and beat and abused by these devils, and your asses have forgotten all about that, or you don't give a damn about that. All you give a damn about is that you hate your own men. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You're not even worthy of these men. You're not even worthy of a black so-called man. The men of Judah should turn their heads from your wicked asses. And they shall, the few of them who are left, because of your own cooperation with the enemy, many of our men are going to be slaughtered. Maybe myself as one of them. Y'all only knows. But many of us are going to die because your wicked ass betrayed us. Your wicked ass led them to your house. Your wicked ass called the police on us. Your wicked ass went into the judicial system and had the judges rob us of our hard-working income under the guise that we wouldn't take care of our children. Your wicked ass caused these men to be on drugs and other things because they cannot deal with the pressure and the stress that your wicked ass put on them. Oh, that was right after you told them how much you loved them and lured them into your beds and your bedrooms. And then when you could not control them or rule over them, or when he tried to rise up and just be the man of Yah, you went to the enemy and sold him out, just like you're selling him out right now with your feminist movement. I don't need no man. I can do this all by myself. Mentality. Wicked ass itself. Same thing. History repeating itself all over again. But this time it's going to be a deadly end for you if you don't get yourself back home to your people. I'm talking about you better get yourself back home to Yah. Then Yah get you back where you're supposed to be amongst your people, under your man where your ass is supposed to be. But no, keep on going out there. You'll find out when your men, when there's so few of us left that we can even begin to try to defend any of you all, then you're going to see Satan raise his ugly goddamn head against you and everything that you love. Now, this is a warning to you, sisters. This is your warning. You had better come into your senses. You heard this. I don't give a damn. The video burns up. The roof fall on my damn head. Does not matter. You heard the truth. And you will live to see it come to pass. Mark it. And for you sisters out there who will say, no, DFG, I know what the word says, and I'm obedient to the word, and I have no problem with what you're saying, your sister's going to be protected. God is going to make sure the brothers protect you. He's going to put you in the cleft of the rock. And he's going to cover you with eagle wings to make sure no harm comes to you. Not even the hairs of your head's going to be touched, injured. You sisters. Oh no, this is not for you. You are the beauty You are the rose of Sharon. You are the lilies of the field. Not you, sisters. No, not you. Not you. No, not you, sister. All right? We praise Yah for you. We live for you. We honor you. All right? We will die for you. We will give the shirt of our back for you. All we ask of you is to align yourself with us and allow us to be the men that Yah called us to be by being the women that Yah is calling you to be. And you know that. You sisters are already doing it, so this is not to you. All right? But for these other wretched ones out here who are lining themselves up, the same judgment that Asia is going to get, that Babel is going to get, Africa is going to get, all of those Middle Eastern countries are going to get, and all these countries who do business with them all over the world, all those who drink the wine of the wrath, all those who fornicate with these nations, Yah said the wine of the wrath is going to pour on all of their asses too, including the South American countries, the Australian countries, the New Zealand and the Arctic, Alaska, all of y'all asses going to go down. Together, in one swoop, according to the book. Again, why? Because you cannot find in your heart to humble yourself and pay homage to the most giving, merciful, unselfish people on the goddamn planet. Talking about the Hebrew Israelite, Judah, Israel. Hell, if there's anybody that's demonstrated loving their enemies, you know one who's been oppressed as we have been oppressed have loved the enemy as much as we have loved our enemies. No way. Go back and study the history. These people have slaughtered our people and we fought and died in their wars. These people have slaughtered our people and we cooked in their kitchens. These people have slaughtered our people and we nursed and fed their babies. They beat our sons. They raped our daughters. They skinned our men alive. Then we came and our mothers went right into their kitchens, right into their living rooms, and took their little pale-faced devil babies and stuck them on their breasts and fed them devils. And them same devils, many of them, came in and raped the same woman who breastfed them. That's how they broke their virgins. Don't tell me. Oh, and by the way, how you say that? Buck breaking, the homosexual heathens, they raped our boys and they raped our men. The same men who built their houses, the same men who worked their fields, the same men who pricked their crop, the same men who created all kinds of inventions to expedite and to enrich them. And what did they do? They came right back and hated us. And then to top it off, you Asians, you Arabs, you South Americans, and all you European, all you wicked devils came into this country that our people blood down and bled to build and to create, and you have the audacity to come here because they became enriched and you look down your noses at us. You hate us without a cause. You wouldn't even want to come to this damn wilderness had our people not slaved on the railroads, slaved in the fields, slaved in their coal mines, slaved in their gold mines, slaved in their oil fields, anything, their tobacco fields, in their swamplands. After all, don't you know that these same devils took some of our babies and used them for gator bait? Do you know about that story? Go look that up. White men in many of these southern states took little babies, stole the baby off the plantation, a little black baby off the plantation, tied ropes around them, and put them out for the bull alligators at night. And when the baby cried, the alligators would come and snatch the baby, eat the baby, swallow the baby whole. Then they would pull the alligator in, and they would kill the alligator for its skin and its meat. This is how wicked these people are, and you're trying to tell us that we're supposed to now somehow or another forget all of that? Because Jesus said, love your enemies. Well, Yah said, cursed be everyone who cursed Israel. And now you go run with your white Jesus. I'm going to stand with my Elohim, my most powerful, my beautiful Yah. I'm going to take his word. You're going to take the heathen Jesus word. I heard someone talking today that Jesus was the only one that walked without no sin. I remember, there's a story when they came before Yeshua and asked him about sin. You know what he said? There's none good, not one. only my Father in heaven. You do know he said that, right? But yet they're teaching a lie that Yeshua was perfect. And Yeshua said, no, there's none good. No one good. None means him included. He just said, I'm good. He said, there is none good. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. In other words, I'm turning you in the right direction. But he said, why do you call me good? He said, there is none good but my Father, the Creator, Elohim. This is what Yeshua said, but now you're lying on Yeshua. But then again, you're not lying on Yeshua. You're lying with using the word of Caesar Bulgaria, the homosexual, faking to be the Messiah, but really being called Jesus to lead the masses astray. But keep it up. Keep on going down that path. Judah, Israel, women of Judah, sisters, you proud black women who don't need no man. Keep going down there. The day will come, you'll regret it. You're going to eat those words. And so will your daughters eat those words, by the way. You're going to eat those words, and your daughters are going to eat those words. Otherwise, you're going to regret if you ever said it. Your daughters are going to regret they ever said it. Because according to the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, you're going to be begging the one, 7 of you, the one man, begging that man just to take you in so these heathens don't destroy your ass and Yah don't wipe you out with the plagues. Why you think your hair going to fall out? Why you think your body is going to be stinking? Why you think all your clothing is going to become rags? Why you think all your jewelry is going to become wasteland? That's what it says in Isaiah chapter 3 and 4. Why do you think all that's going to happen? Because Yah's going to judge your wicked ass for the approach and for the position that you guys are taking right now, letting the devil lead you astray. Lead you into feminism. Lead you into your arrogance that you don't need no man. You can do well by yourself. You don't need a high priest. You don't need someone to teach you the word. Oh, yeah, you got T.D. Jason, Creflo Dollar, and Jamal Bryant, and the rest of these feel-good devils out there to tell you women die loose, just do whatever you want. You got them to lead you astray. Boule, Freemason devils. You're going to die in your sins because you don't have a high priest to teach you because you were too rebellious. Yah said, I have something for you. I have a glory for you. But you don't want Yah's glory. You want the glory of saying you don't need your own man. Which means you don't need Yah, because Yah created that man. And he made him and placed him among you for your protection, for your provision. He put those men on this earth for you. And when you reject that man, you're rejecting Elohim, for the record. Just understand it. Praise Yah. Praise Yah. But you agents, woe is me, what you gonna say? And be in the beginnings of sorrow and great mournings, and the beginning of the famine, and the beginning of great debt. Debt is coming to you. Now you think it's funny? Now, okay, laugh now. But see, your laughter is going to be turned to tears. Go ahead on. Have your fun now. Make your mockery. Go ahead. Talk your shit. Go ahead. But when the day comes you got nothing to eat but your literal shit, you're going to regret talking shit. These people that you hate are the people of the Most High. You got it wrong. You're in danger. You don't even know it. You are hating the people of Elohim. And you Judas, the people of Judah, you who are leading these people to your people and undermining your people, by embracing their customs and cultures, and by fueling lies, aligning yourself up with the enemy against your own men, your own children, your own community. Y'all got a special place in hell for your wicked ass. Oh yeah, you high sisters, you professional women, you sweet talkers, smooth talkers, your bank account, nice cars, your nice condos. Guess what? In the eyes of Elohim, you're not shit. Oh yeah, in the eyes of the heathens, yo, you the thing. Because you got that thing. And they want that thing that you got. So they'll give you little trinkets and little toys so they can get that thing. But when they finish getting that thing, they're going to go back to their own kind and marry them. And laugh at your silly ass. And then you're going to want to turn back to your own kind, but guess what? We're not going to want your nasty ass. Just for the record. At least not the pure men of Elohim. And y'all going to put it in our heart to detest you. He's not going to put it in our heart to embrace you. Why would he do that? You had your opportunity. You squander it for the things of this world. For the privilege of being able to be over your own men. Only ethnic group on the planet that despise your own men. That don't seem unusual to you sisters out there? You're the only ethnic group on the planet who despise your own men. You don't hear white women talking about their men like that, and Asian women, and Hispanic women, and Indian women, East Indian women. You don't hear them talking like that. They honor their men. But in your blindness, as the book said, blindness and part has happened to Israel. In your blindness, you have become weak in your mentality. And now you talk like a fool. Just saying, just telling you. It doesn't have to be that way with you sisters. You can fix this. But you ain't gonna fix it till you humble yourself. Take off all your makeup and all of your falsehood and your pretensehood and your red bottoms and your tight fitting dress and and your oh, praise God. I'm not even going to talk about hair and things like that. We're going to leave that out of this conversation for right now. I think we know the rest of the story. He said, the beginning of sorrow and great mourning. Mourning. Your ass is going to be, he said, it's going to be great mourning. You know what mourning is? When you have lost something so precious to you that you can no longer live. You don't even want to live without it. It's like a mother losing a child that she loves with all her heart. Her only child. The child she had to struggled and fought and did everything she do to have that child. A man whose only son, the last of his own seed, and that boy dies. And that man knows now he's too old to make another child, and he knows his name is going to die with himself. That kind of mourning. Miserable. Misery is what's becoming you. After, he said, not only is he going to hit you with famine and great debt, but he said he's going to throw wars at your ass. It's going to be great sorrows, great mourning. All this is in verse 18 in chapter 16. You can read it. And he says, and the powers shall stand in fear. Now think about it. He said the power. See, all these, the Biden administration and the Putin administration and the Netanyahu administrations and the Ying administrations and all these other administrations around here, the Assad administration, on and on. He said all of these powers are going to be pissing their pants. He said they're going to be pissing their pants when shit hits the fan, and it's soon to come. So all you who are following these people and standing with these people, the Harrises, he said these people are going to piss their pants, and you're going to be in a world of shit because you supported them. He said, what shall you do when these evil times? He said, what are you going to do when this evil comes? Have you given that any thought? What are you going to do? Men, talking to you too. What are you going to do? Because many of your asses are just as wicked too. I call out the sister because that's where Yah told me to go. All right? Because remember when them Asian guys were beating them sisters' asses in that I want to say it was a nail salon. And then when the brother was fighting, because these Asian men who we don't attack were beating our women's asses, these brothers came to that Asian place and tried to shut it down. That Asian devil, the next day put on a 2-for-1 sale, and the black women cussed the black men out who told them don't go shopping there. And them women had lined around the corner to go back in that place. And this is after these men had beat their asses. That you sisters, the women that beat your sisters' asses, and you supported that. And you got the audacity to talk about some homeless man pushing down an old Asian woman, or some black man knocking down an Asian man, but you don't want to talk about, that little white 21-year-old devil who went in there and killed 8 of them because, according to him, he had a sex addiction. So he had a sex addiction by killing old Asian women? Now, does that make sense to you? He's got a sex addiction, so he goes into the Asian shops and he kills The old Asian women, not the young ones. I'm sure they wasn't in there. If they were in there, fucking the help. Oh yeah. If they were in there, massage parlors fucking the clients. He sure didn't kill them. He killed the older ones in there. Judah, you better wake up. You had better wake up. You had better wake up before it's too late for you. But see, you Asians and you Arabs and you Europeans and you Africans, you stay your ass to sleep. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on attacking the people of Elohim. Don't repent. Don't turn away. Just keep going. Keep on going. But just remember, that day of judgment is coming. And ain't a damn thing that you or your government or your false gods can do to stop it. It is coming. This is sure as your ass needs oxygen to live, it's coming. And as sure as your wicked ass is going to die, it's coming. And you're going to deal with it in death if you don't deal with it on earth in a life and while you still have breath in your body. If the plague don't wipe your ass out and the war don't wipe your ass out and the wickedness in the land don't wipe your ass out. He said, behold, the famine, the plague, tribulation, anguish are set as scourges for amendment. See, now we didn't got to it. So you say, why is all this going to happen to them? Judah, why y'all going to do this to them? This is his amendment. You know what an amendment is? Amendment is to fix something. It is to correct something. It is to make something a law. See, y'all say, I'm going to judge their asses. This is going to be their judgment. All those things that I mentioned that's going to happen to their ass, including the things that are happening right now, is their judgment. That's what he said right here. The plague, the famines, the tribulations, the anguish, the scourges, it's going to be for their amendment. Praise Yah. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. Isn't that something? Y'all say you're going to do all this. Like I said before, you've heard me say this over and over and over. They're not going to change. They're not going to hear this word and say, oh, he's right, and I need to get my life together. They're not going to do it. Now, some of the sisters of Judah, you might do it. Because maybe some of you haven't heard this kind of teaching before. This might be the kind of teaching that opens your eyes once and for all, some of you sisters of Judah. And some of you brothers of Judah too. Maybe this teaching will open up your eyes. Maybe you will come back. Because y'all, this doesn't have to happen to you. He was not talking this for our people, my people. So all that stuff I said about you sisters and things, that don't have to happen. You can change. You can turn around. You don't have to always be a whore and act like a whore your whole life. And you black men, you don't always have to act like a lazy ass, stupid, irresponsible fool for the rest of your life. You can change. But you can't change without coming back to Yah. You can't change by coming into alignment with the word. You can forget that shit. It ain't going to happen. There ain't no other way. There's only one way. And that's the straight and narrow path that's going to come through this word, through these messengers. Now, you can accept that, and you can deal with that, and you can learn from that. You can support that. Share it. Or you can die in your sins. Totally up to you. That's what the book says. He said, this evil is coming. He said, but all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. He said, no matter what he do to these devils, nothing going to change him. Don't you know people you guys know anybody that no matter what happens, you keep warning their asses and they never listen, and the thing that gets happening to them over and over and over, and you almost get to the point where you just get tired. You like, goodness gracious, this nigga got to be a special kind of fool. This damn bitch got to be a special kind of fool. So I don't want to use that word against you sisters. Even though you use it amongst yourself, I don't want to use that word against you because I think it's too vulgar to use against you. You don't, but I do. At least many of you don't, but I do. He said, but you're not going to change. He said, behold, I'm going to take your food. He said, your victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth. See, that's the stimulus. See, I'm going to give you, look at this book. Sisters, my brothers, listen. Open up your ears and listen. You know what cheap food is almost like free food. It's like getting free money to go put back into the economy to stimulate the economy. Let me tell you, spend the money. Don't save the money. Go buy things. Huh? Cheap food. Welfare. EBT. Food stamps. Just cheap food. Oh, and cheap food. Garbage food, too, I might add. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Cane's, Chick-fil-A. All this greasy, nasty, dirty shit. Crawfish, crabs, shrimps, all these bottom feeders, scavengers of the earth. Pig, swine, ribs. All this, the most filthy beast y'all ever made food eat. That's what all that cheap stuff. That's what he said. Verse 1, behold, the victuals shall be good, cheap upon the earth, and they shall think to themselves to be in good shape. See, you got that money, say, see, things are good. I got my stimulus check. I ain't going back to work. I'm gonna get my employment. Things are good. That's what he said. You're gonna get that welfare money, you're gonna get that stimulus money, you're gonna get that child support money, you're gonna get that government, free money, and you're gonna think you got it made. And the book says this. He said, and they shall think themselves to be in good shape. Even them, he said, even then shall evils grow upon the earth. The sword, in other words, they're going to be a murdering spirit. And you see it happening. You saw it happen in Boulder, Colorado the other day. They went in the supermarket, that devil went in the supermarket, a Syrian white devil, Middle Eastern white devil, went right there in the supermarket and killed 10 people. Didn't give a damn. Just like the other one did. He said it's going to be a murder spirit in the land. Famine. In other words, food shortage, hunger like you've never known, and great confusion. In other words, they ain't going to know how to solve the problem. But we will know. The messengers of Yah will know. We will know how to solve the problem. But only a few are going to listen. But the masses, they're not going to listen. He said you're not going to listen. You're going to say, oh, man, we got it good. What the hell is he talking about? What are you talking about? I ain't never had it so good. Free money. I ain't got to work. I can sit at home. I can just, chill out with my friends, hang out with my old lady, go out there and make some more babies that I'm probably not going to be able to afford to feed. He said, that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. You're going to think because you got it made. But he said, when you think about it, he said, more and more evil is going to come upon your ass. More and more evil. See, Biden is setting your asses up for the kill. He's fattening your asses up, my brothers and sisters, like a Thanksgiving turkey getting fattened up before Thanksgiving Day, or like a pig before Christmas. Your ass is going to be the roast. Pot roast. Whatever the hell they call them damn things. They just fatten your asses up for the slaughter. And you think they're doing this because they got a guilty conscience. It's the right thing to do. Really? Since when did Satan ever give a damn about anybody other than his own self? The book says that joker come to steal, kill, and destroy. How the hell if he come to steal, kill, and destroy, you really think he's trying to give you a helping hand? You must be 30 years old with the mind of a 5-year-old. You probably still believe in Santa Claus then. I bet you do. I bet you still believe in the reindeer. I bet you believe that Santa Claus is coming down. I bet you still believe in the Easter Bunny. I bet you still think that rabbit going to send some eggs out there in front of your doorstep in an egg basket. I bet you believe that. I bet you believe that, that what else? I guess you believe by any goddamn thing. I bet you believe the tooth fairy going to come in and put $1 on your teeth because your tooth fell out. But what you don't believe is the word. And that's your crime. So you're not crime. You're not when you rebel against Yah, I'm talking to you now, Judah. I've already said what Yah got to say about them wicked devils. He might have a little bit more in here. But I've already told you what he said about these Asians and these other ones. But I'm talking to you now, Judah. You want to believe in these lies? Many of you guys are going to be doing something this Friday. Is that today? Oh, no, that's next Friday. Palm Friday, Good Friday. I can't eat no meat. And tell me, oh, I'm on my fast. I'm not eating anything because it's Lent season. You stupid idiot fool. You think that's going to get you closer to Yah? That's going to get your ass. He said that's going to put you deeper into hell. Y'all don't have nothing to do with that foolishness. He has nothing to do with that. Or you're going to celebrate Easter, one of the biggest paganistic holidays on the earth. And many of you going to have your rotten... My goodness gracious. You guys better pray Yah don't come while you in there on Easter Sunday doing whatever your Easter uh, 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 rituals are, your abominable, rituals. You better hope Yah don't come on that date and at that time while you're in there. You ought to be afraid to go after hearing this message. But that's not going to stop you. Because Yah said, because Satan and the beast has given you all these little goodies, your little money, you're going to buy you some clothes and get your nice heels, get your hair done, and get your nails done, get your feet done, right? Get your ass done, and get your breasts done, right? Get your tummy tucked, right? You're going to do all of this shit. And you stupid niggas, you're going to go out there and you're going to waste your money out there in the streets, probably tricking it off, spending it in places where you have no investment to buy Xbox game and PlayStations with your dumb wicked asses. And then telling your sons to come sit down and play and buying that shit for them. That all it's going to do is hypnotize them and teach them to be twice the wicked devil your ass is, by the way. Because you won't teach them the word when that's your responsibility to train up a child in the way that he should go. Your job is to train up a child in the ways of Yah. Men, your sons and your daughters are supposed to know Elohim in a very personal, intimate way. But since your wicked ass don't know, how could they ever know? So your ass, at least your parents tried. Now nobody's trying with them. So as wicked as your ass is, they're going to be twice as wicked. And y'all going to judge their asses, and you're going to destroy their little rotten asses, and they're going to destroy your ass too. If you don't come out of this foolishness, if you don't hear this truth, and put some separation between yourself and this wicked ass world. You think Yah is Jah. You think Yah is a fool. You're going to make a mockery out of Yah. You're going to laugh in the face of Yah. You're going to turn your nose up at Yah, you sisters out there. I don't agree with it, so therefore I'm not going to do it. Well, when you bring your wicked ass talking about you did all these things, you're going to get away from me. I never knew your wicked ass. But I went to church and I cast out devils, and I was in the charity, I was in the fundraiser, I was in the pastor club. We were on the pastor committee. We were the church building. We did all these things for you. Y'all said, get away from me, you workers of wickedness and iniquity. I never knew you. He does not know your ass if you will not obey the word, sisters and brothers. This is your chance. Why do you think you sat here now and listened to me for an hour and 20 minutes? Because Yah is trying to prick your heart. He's trying to take that heart of stone, that rebellious heart you have in you, and make it a heart of flesh so that he can save you and your children and your lineage. So that they will have a chance because you gave them the chance. By repenting and turning away from this wicked ass world and coming to Yah, as he's always wanted you. He said, O Israel, how I have loved thee, as a mother or a mother chick, or the mother hen loved her chick. But he said, but you would not hear me. You will rebel from me. That's what he said. He said, I know how much I wanted you. I desired you. I tried to gather you in, but you rejected me. You walked away from me. You turned your nose up against, and you went to the wicked heathen to find me. And I was not there. I was right in front of you the whole time. But you ignored me. Because you didn't like my way. Because my way was not convenient for your wicked ass lifestyle. Verse 21. He said, behold, your victuals, means your food shall be so cheap, so good and cheap. I can't, them real, man, don't tell me I stop giving up that pork. That tastes too good. I ain't giving up my crawfish. Oh, no, not me. My crabs, my lobster. All that cheap garbage. Do you know they used to, that crabs and crawfish and lobster, you know that's what they used to feed the convicts back in the 1800s. You know that was prison food? That was considered garbage of the earth, and that's what they would give to the prisoners. And now you admitted a delicatessen. You're paying big money for that shit that was garbage. Why do you think it smells like shit once you throw it away, or you put it away, or let it sit out for a while? That's the food they fed the crooks. Decent human beings would have never put that in their mouths. That was garbage that they gave to the convicts, the rapists, the murderers, the robbers, and the thieves. And now you're over there lusting after it and gobbling up, and then you wonder why you're so sick. And then you let these devils tell you that you're sick because, I don't know, you're sick. Well, you're really sick because you eat the cheap food that the book just stated. The book just said they're going to give you cheap money so you can buy cheap food so you can consume it at your own demise. And you're still going to do it. You're still going to, even though the book is warning you, that's what they were going to do, and you're still going to do it. See, because they eat that garbage. Because, you know, garbage in, garbage out. For them, it is a delicatessen. For you, it's dead to eat it. Can't you tell? They told you. Y'all sicker than everybody else. Haven't they told us that? They've been telling us that for all year long. Y'all the most sickest people on the earth. Therefore, we need to get y'all inoculated. I don't know why y'all want to listen to these wicked-ass preachers that we just paid off billions and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to bring you in so we can finish your asses off once and for all. I don't know why y'all won't listen. But praise y'all, most of you not. At least in this one case, but I think you're going to give in. I think once they start taking that cheap food from you and that cheap money from you and start dangling that carrot in front of you saying if you want to continue to get this stimulus money, you want to continue to have access to these things, you want to go to your ball games, your sporting events, etc., 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 you're going to give in and you're going to roll up your sleeves. You're going to do it. Not all of us, but many of you are going to do it. You might be holding out now, but still, if you ain't got nothing in you, if you don't have no stillness in your heart, sisters, stillness in your hearts, brothers, when the pressure comes, your ass is going to roll over like a damn sissy rolling over for a damn masculine, what you call them, bull homosexuals. Yep, that's how it's going to happen. Let's wrap this thing up. Praise God. Verse 22. It says, it's verse 21. He says, behold, your food will be so cheap upon this earth, that you shall think yourself to be in good shape. And even then shall evil grow upon this earth, and the sword, murder, hunger, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of hunger, and the other that may escape the hunger shall die by the sword, be a murder. And the dead shall be cast out as shit. Oh. What did I read here? Come on now. Because when I said you're going to be eating shit, your own shit, you said I was vulgar, didn't you? Some of you did. Some of you like, ooh, what's wrong with him? He's angry. No, I'm not angry, my brother. Am I indignant, a righteous indignation? Oh, you better believe I am, because it's our lives on the line. These wicked-ass Asian, European, African, and other devils are trying to kill us. And I got enough sense to know they hate my ass. Too bad you don't. And I know why they hate me. They hated him, therefore they would hate me. They see, Yeshua said if they hate me, of course they're going to hate you. I'm greater than you. Why wouldn't they hate you if they hated me? But he also said that the blessings what befall us will be greater than known to mankind if we just hold the line. Then hold the line. Just don't give in. Stand. After done everything to stand. That's what he said. I'm not angry. Maybe you are. But you should be angry with yourself for following the lies and the deception, allowing yourself to get caught up so far in this world that you hate the truth. What is the truth? Your word is the truth. You hate the truth so much that you rather go the way of the heathen, go the way of wickedness and evil and a fornication and murder and mayhem and confusion and drugs and alcohol and every other kind of vulgar evil on this planet. You'd rather kill your own babies. Kill your own babies to satisfy the lust of these devils. Shame on you, Israel. Shame on you. The curses that befall you are just because of your wickedness. Those of you who refuse to come away from this stuff. And you're going to regret it. When God rains down on them heathens, he's not going to forget about your wicked ass lined up with them against your own people. Against his people. Verse 22. Many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine in the other. And those who don't die from hunger, they're going to be murdered. They're going to be killed in wars. And the dead shall be cast out as shit, dung. D-U-N is the same thing as manure. It's the same thing as feces. It's the same thing as shit. So you know. He said you're going to be cast out as shit. And there will be no man to comfort you. See you sisters who think that you can do it without your men? Y'all say when this thing is over with, you're going to be looking for them same men and they're not going to be there for your ass. And your enemy is going to wear your ass out. When he finishes with you, you're going to regret the day you were born. Let me read that to you one more time, sisters. And the dead shall be cast out as shit, and there shall be no man to comfort you. For the earth shall be a wasteland, and the cities shall be destroyed. And there shall be no man left to work for you, provide for you, and to help you. Now I can go on and on and on. You go read the rest for yourself. But see, the rest of you who went out there, when I started talking about y'all was calling out these Asians for their wickedness against our people, for the exploitation of our people, taking advantage of our people, having the audacity to come up with gangs in their communities to keep us out of their communities when they have lived and robbed and pillaged our communities, made themselves rich, living in having businesses in our communities, and now they got the audacity to say if we come around their communities, around their shops, that they're going to hurt us? Because that's what they're saying. And now all of a sudden, you guys, Judah, you're in your feelings about it. Now you want to start throwing data, 101 us attacking them. But you don't want to talk about it. Many of us went to Vietnam and died for these people. Got their heads blown off, their limbs blown off. Their guts shot out for these same people. That you claiming that we hate them way more than they hate us. Did they die for us? Are they willing to die for us? Hell, they wouldn't even let us live next door to them. They wouldn't give a nickel back into these goddamn communities. If they had 1,000,000 nickels, they wouldn't give a nickel back. Unless they thought they can get 2 more nickels in return. And you over there talking about, they're our friends. How? Because they gave you some free chicken? You got to be some kind of... Goodness gracious. Wake the hell up, Judah. Wake up. This message is for you, Judah, but also you Asians out there who talk that shit. He don't know what he's talking about. Well, guess what? You're not talking about me now. You're going against the book. How about that? Just remember that. When y'all call your wicked ass up for judgment, he going to put this message right back in your dirty, nasty, rotten face. And all that filth that's coming out of your mouth against the people of Yah, he going to make you eat every one of those words like you're eating your own shit. Your dung. Excuse me. Same difference. Same word. Same thing. Woe be unto you, Babel, and Asia. DFG. Bye now.